Welcome to my review of the NZXT HUE. This thing is relatively old, so why review it? Well, it's still interesting, and I've got a bit of a twist that you'll see if you stay tuned later on. Also, stay subscribed to Linus Tech Tips for more videos on unintended uses of products.
The Corsair HX1200i power supply delivers 80+ platinum efficiency for quiet performance and Corsair Link digital advanced monitoring and control. Click now to learn more.
We're going to start off tame and just do a physical product overview. It's a pretty simple piece of hardware made out of plastic for the most part, with a bit of steel meshing behind the Phaco brushed aluminium. In front of this meshing there are three knobs, which are respectively for brightness, power, and mode. These knobs also have individual colors, however, which are red, green, and blue respectively. Now I'll get into what these knobs do in a moment, but in the back of this unit there's a SATA power connector to run everything, and a connector for your single LED strip, which is nice and long, but a little disappointing on the LED density side, with each one being quite far away from the others, which isn't exactly ideal. Okay, but back to the knobs. Basically, to change how much of a corresponding color should be shown, twist the knobs. To perform whatever labeled utility the knob is for, press it in. For example, holding press on the power knob will turn it off or on, and pressing in the mode knob will change the mode. Speaking of modes, there are 5 of them, 3 based on a custom color and 2 based on color changing. The first one is the most basic. It just emits your custom selected color steadily, and it is called Custom Color Display. The second one is Custom Color Flashing, and it, well, flashes your custom color. The third is Custom Color Fading, which essentially gives your custom color a breathing effect. Then we get to flashing color changing, which will rotate these colors through while flashing. And last but not least is fading color changing, which will give a breathing effect while changing colors. And yeah, that's it. In conclusion, the LED density bugs me. I'm happy enough with the available brightness modes, but my biggest gripe with this thing is that it's a bay device. Now, I don't blame it, it's from another time. It's a little aged now for how PC parts go, but even a lot of NZXT cases aren't compatible with this, as they don't have a 5¼ inch bay anymore, which means it's adventure time. All right, so the biggest problem with this is its depth. It makes it so you can't really put it anywhere else in the computer. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just try to remove it from the actual sled and see what we end up with once we take out a bunch of these screws. That's already a huge amount of useless mass removed. Well, we don't really need these arms anymore. We'll keep them for sure. We'll keep all this stuff just in case. But with these arms, it might actually be easier to use them to mount this thing on somewhere else inside the case. But they're probably just going to get in the way. So for now, I'm going to remove them. Now I'm going to see how much this thing actually needs the front plate. Might not really be a requirement. Alright, so front plate not really needed at all. You actually see all the knobs there anyways. Everything still works. You can actually see here now that there's LEDs on the controller board. In pictures on their website you can see through here that LEDs are shining, but now you can actually see where those LEDs are. So this now becomes way easier to put into a case, anywhere you want. Now you have a much more versatile kind of PCB, which you can put pretty much wherever you want. If you decided to, you could leave that front plate on it. I kind of like the exposed PCB style, but that's obviously up to you and something that's actually really, really easy to do. So, in actual conclusion, go on eBay, go on Craigslist, find a cheap one out there, hell, even maybe buy a new one. Maybe replace the LED strip and bam! With a screwdriver and some adhesive or of some sort, you have yourself an easy way to stand out from the crowd at a LAN. Are there easier or other ways to do this? Sure. And maybe I'll do some maker-style videos on how to do it yourself in the future, but for now, this is easy as hell and it works. Luckily, NZXT went ahead and used black wires everywhere, so it will look good in pretty much any system no matter what you do to it. Old products might not be dead relics. They sometimes just need a little loving.
Speaking of whatever Luke was talking about, back when the tablecloth was a completely different color and I was a completely wow, look at that. That's amazing. iFixit! So iFixit.com is the place where you can find wicked awesome guides for how to take apart and fix your electronic doodads, as well as, many people don't know this, the tools that you need to go along with them. So you go ahead, you look up a guide on iFixit, you go, well, yeah, I guess that's great in theory. If only I had like 18 suction cup doodads, a cutter, and like that friggin' screwdriver that, where are you gonna find one of those? At iFixit. In fact, their Protect Toolkit is in use by yours truly. It is one of the things I carry in my everyday backpack almost every day. It's got security Torxes, tri-wings, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. And you can get your very own by visiting iFixit.com and using offer code LTT to save $10 on an order of $50 or more, which basically amounts to $10 off of a Protect Toolkit. But wait, there's more! This offer is only valid for 2 weeks, and if you don't act within the next 2 weeks, well then offer code LTT will no longer be good anymore. That is the case. It will expire, and then you will have to wait for us to do another iFixit thing, which we do fairly frequently because we think they're great screwdrivers, and they apparently think we're great people too because they love working with us. I'm putting words in their mouth. I think we're done here. Let's go back to Luke.
All right, guys, what do you think? Is this something you do? Would you cannibalize your light controller? This really wasn't that hard of a job. Pretty simple thing to do. I'm sure if you can build a computer, you can do this. So is this something you're interested in? Do you think 5¼ bays still have a place? Do you want to see them in cases? Do you still like 5¼ bay devices? Let me know in the comments down below or over on the forum. While you're still here on whatever video player you're watching this on, like, dislike, favorite, share, subscribe, follow, anything else that you can do that's around the video would be great. Commenting would be fantastic. If you want to check out the description below this video, you can see our sponsors and whatnot, and also this wonderful shirt, which is purchasable now. It's the first time we've actually had like a Linus Tech Tips branded shirt, and I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, again, that's in the description down below. Over on the forum, you can see the rest of our sponsors, how to help us out in various ways, like changing your Amazon affiliate code, or even installing the various hooks for Chrome or Firefox that we have for the forum, which can change that affiliate code for you, which is actually kind of cool and helps you let you know when you have notifications or PMs and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Become a contributor on the forum.